Welcome in, Renegades. And sorry for missing Wednesday's live stream. Things just get really busy. I need to save for new alternator belts, and I was super tired because I've been working so much lately. But I'm still making content. Just sometimes work might get in the way sometimes. But most of the time, I'm going to make my streams. I'm dedicated to my community. So I'm going to talk about the most insane move in crypto on the horizon for internet computer. We are gearing up for the biggest bull market for altcoins and Bitcoin that we have ever seen. Now, we would have had a much bigger bull run last cycle had Bitcoin not seen that big Corona dip. I think that absolutely brought the price down to levels that it wouldn't have seen. And so it stopped the price from going as high as it's going to. So I see altcoins going anywhere from 20 to 100x with certain ones. I think ICP from where we're at is at least going to go 20x. But why is that? Well, internet computer, this is its first bull run. Let's just break this down for a minute, because I've been thinking, I'm like, well, honestly, how high could it go before I'm really going to take my profit? It's like, yeah, it might go to 300, but where am I going to take profit so that I'm not like waiting? Because the problem with the bull market is once we see a top, we think it's just going to be another correction. So we have to really time these cycles. And with Bitcoin, it's normally in like November, December of like 2025 or 2021 or 2017, stuff like that. So we have to think a couple months before that. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to take profit somewhere around $180. I think that's like, about 13, 14x. And I think we can go 20x. Now, the thing is, this could go a lot quicker this year. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe summer of next year for altcoins. Because if we look at it before, it was somewhere around September that we saw the high for altcoins last time. So it's going to get crazy. And so let's talk about right now, though, instead of the bull run, because this cycle it's going to be the biggest altcoin season that we've ever seen. I'm really sure of this. But for right now, Bitcoin. So I've been warning you guys, Bitcoin ETF is a double-edged sword. It is really good for crypto as big money can come in, but it also will have these crazy price pumps with these insane pullbacks. And it's going to be a choppy market this year. So what's going to happen is Bitcoin's going to go to these crazy highs. People are like, oh, it's going to go higher. But you really have to look for these signals that Bitcoin is topping out. Like on the weekly, it being so overbought like that, I was like, Bitcoin's going to go down. But with the Bitcoin ETFs, yeah, it really uses historical values like the halving, right? Of course, it's going to pump towards that halving because the news, right? So leading up to the halving, we had a dump. Go into the halving, there's a little bit of a pump. Bitcoin goes back up, altcoins go back up. We saw internet computer reach that $16 mark again after going to 22. This is all halving. I was expecting this. We went to 22 before the halving, big dip. Halving comes, little pump. After halving, big dip again. And this is what happens when big money comes into the market. They pump these prices up, let retail get in, think it's still going to go up, and then they dump the price down. That's how they make money. So, but here's how we combat this. We hold. The only way that these big people get our money is if we sell when it goes down. So you buy at 16 and then you sell at 13. They just took $3 from every ICP that you have. Or say you bought at 70,000, Bitcoin goes down to 58,000, 59,000, 56,000, you sell. That's them taking your money. But if you don't sell your crypto, then they don't get that. And then when it goes back up, you take your profits, and that's how it works. But they're going to manipulate the market. So I see after this manipulation, I think we're going to probably, see about 52,000. If we don't, then we can see ICP go up in the short term. But for right now, I see this, little pump from 56 to 59 as another fake out, thinking we're going to go up, and then we might see 52,000. Here's the really good part for ICP, though. I've been watching the charts a lot and correlating it with Bitcoin. What's very important about what I just saw, when ICP was at a high level, we went from like 74, 70 some thousand, 69, whatever, down to about, I think it was like 64, 63,000. And it brought internet computer down from $20 all the way down to 10. Well, we were already coming down. So let's just say right around $17 all the way to 1050. 1050. Then we have a bigger dump. This is the important part. This is why I like it when Bitcoin dumps a couple times, because it has less effect each time. So we go up. Now, what were we at? Let me just look real quick because I don't remember the exact price. Yeah, we were at up here. So yeah, we went to $16 again. Then Bitcoin dumps. Then let me look. So here, I'll just bring you over. We'll do this real quick. I'll bring you over with me here. Because I want to show you, I was noticing this, but I want to show you the exact details of this. Because I thought it was pretty interesting. And it makes me really, because I was worried, like if Bitcoin really dumps, ICP could go really far down, right? But this gave me a lot of hope. And I'm glad I was able to see this and notice this. And I'm just going to show you Bitcoin dumped a lot. Okay. Right here, let's just look. April, let's see, where we're at, 70. I think it was like right here. Yeah, the $64,000 marker. So from 64.8, we went all the way down to 56,500. Okay, that is a almost $8,000 move, 8,000 couple hundred. So when that happened, let's just go to the high here on April the 30th. Wait, the 30th. So let's just start up here, actually, because this is where the dip started, and that was on the 24th. So the 24th to the 30th, we'll see. So yeah, we did dip a nice amount with this one. The first one up here. That was the 24th. 24th. Okay, this is what made me happy, though, over here. See this big dip on the 30th? Where's the 30th? Yeah, right here. See how it only went down a very little bit with Bitcoin? This is very bullish. This is really, really, that means the Bitcoin dominance has fell out of sync with ICP. So when Bitcoin dumps massively, like we went down, let's just look how much of a percentage. Let's get rid of all this. This is pretty bullish for ICP. I'm not going to lie to you here. This made me extremely bullish. So if we look at that, that's a 12% drop. And then with ICP, about a 10%. That's not bad. That's really not that bad, because look at this big dump over here. This is what scared me about our next move with ICP, right? When Bitcoin went down from here, let's see how far it went. So 13% right there. 13%. Then if we look at ICP, when was this? The 12th to the 14th. Or wait. Oh, I can't see. Let's see here. So the 12th to the 13th. So if we go up here, 12th. So right here. And then look how far ICP goes down. This is what I'm talking about. We went down less than Bitcoin this time. Just keep that in mind, and you'll get my point. See that? Bitcoin goes down by what, like 10%, 12%? And ICP goes down by 25.8%. So that to me is bullish that we go down less than Bitcoin on this dump than before. That means Bitcoin is losing some. Okay, so I just wanted to start the video out with that. Let's get into some news, then we'll come back to the price at the end. We'll do, you know, some price predictions, see where ICP is going to end up. We did have a nice little pump right here. So a little bit of information for you guys. I love it when content creators ask this, but I bet he already knows the answer. But to solidify that people know how to interact with crypto, and this is a pretty easy question. So I'm 95% sure that he did this question just to make a point, just to show people, to teach people, to educate people. It says, if the App Store and Android Store ban X Portal app and I have my crypto on there, how do I get it if they go down? Real talk, nobody has ever brought up. Same with every other non-custodial app, even CK Bull Wallet. If these businesses, companies fail, do I still get my crypto? And Crypto Airborne is a legit content creator, supports ICP, supports CKB. So if you want to go follow his YouTube, follow him on Twitter, I recommend it. But what I said, if it's non-custodial, you just import your seed phrase to a different wallet. If no seed phrase, not your key, not your crypto. So let me just explain my answer here. When you open a wallet, say Portal app, as long as it's non-custodial, I don't follow them for some reason, but now I do, or CK Bull wallet, you get a seed phrase. You have your public phrase, which is where they send money to, you give it to people, they can send you crypto, and then you get a private key. So your public key is where you get your crypto sent to. Your private key is basically your account information. It's your bank account. It's your wallet. It is the key that if anybody has access to it, they have your account. Well, how can they have that if they don't have Portal X app? They don't need the app. So as long as it's a non-custodial wallet, it doesn't matter what place you're using as long as it gives you a seed phrase. So say Portal app, this isn't going to happen, but we'll go with this. He says, if it does go down, what do I do? If something happens, like say the App Store bans Portal app and can't be in the App Store anymore, that just for instance, or it gets hacked and goes down, probably not, most likely not, but these are for instances. You have that private key, so it doesn't matter what app you use. So you have your CKB on here, it goes down. Well, what you can do is import that seed phrase to a different wallet that supports CKB, any wallet that supports CKB. So CK Bull, say if this one goes down, you could go to this one. If this one goes down, you could go to this one. And that private key is going to be your access no matter what. That's what's cool about non-custodial wallets. Now, if you have it on Coinbase or KuCoin or an exchange, you don't get a private key because all of their stuff is held in their wallets that you are basically using their wallet on your account. So I just wanted to go over that. This is common information, but if you don't know, this is really good for people that are just getting into crypto. And I love it when content creators act like they don't know what's going on to bring up a very valid point. And as you see, your funds are not in X Portal app. Your funds are on the blockchain. Portal app is just allowing you to see and interact with your funds in a nice and secure way. The secret phrase is the gateway to your funds. Well said. Very well said. He said, I get that, but if they ban the app on the App Store and Android Store, where can I access my crypto, even if it's on the blockchain? Any CKB supporting wallet, any of them. Import your seed phrase, you get your funds. Not like Voyager. You have to wait 10 years to get them. Nothing against the VGX token. in particular. And you know, things happen. But moving on to news. Now that we educated you this morning, let's talk about something crazy that happened. This is the biggest space that I have ever seen for ICP. I don't even know if a lot of the other cryptocurrencies have reached this milestone of 1.5 million individuals from over 30 countries joined the first ICP Hub's global town hall for nonstop 24 hours of ICP talks. I know Crypto Wendy was on there. Yana was on there. There was just so many different people supporting that. I wish I could have talked on there. Definitely wasn't invited. I feel left out. No, I actually went on there and watched, listen, but I wasn't part of it. But something I am a part of. And I hope to be, you know, involved with more Definity stuff, like going to events. I want to go to an event where Definity is at themselves. But we have ICPCC 2024. This is why I'm going to say that ICP is probably going to go 20x this year with this meetup, with the one happening in Zurich on the 23rd of May, this one happening May 10th, 2024. It's free. You can come over here to ICP-cc.com. Check it out. Now, this is the cool part. Featuring, join the top Web 3.0 content creators. Crypto Wendy O. Oh, wow. Wait, does this have like information? Oh, it goes to her Twitter. That's pretty cool. Okay, blockchain Twitter. Nice. Okay. And then there's me, number 3, Bitcoin Renegade. Sweet. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, this is going to be a huge event. We got Jerry Banfield, William Laurent, Aaron Bremser, the infamous Six Figs. We got the SWAP, Crypto Darren, and Victor coming in to clean sweep. We got a clean sweep. So yeah, you can come check this out. Pretty cool little website they got. Host a meetup. You can speak, sponsor, volunteer. So here's all the meetups. Milwaukee, Berlin, Austin. That's the one I'm going to be at. If you guys want to come meet me, come here to Austin, ICPCC, May 10th. Cascais, Bali, New York, Cluj, Napoca, Bulanshar, Yola, Santiago, Mannheim, Nairobi, Buenos Aires, Kampala, Sinaloa, Kochi, Ghent, Kuala Lumpur again. Oh, maybe that's just the first one. Caracas, Miami. Oh, they are having a Miami. All right. London, Washington, D.C., San Francisco, and Spectaculam. Oh, Sri Kakalan. Pretty cool, though. Now, it looks like we got some fudders back in the space. Have to wreck Coin Bureau. Because that guy back in the day trying to destroy ICP, and then because there was no other big YouTuber, he had free reign to just, you know, kind of use ICP as his toilet. And yeah, he was ended up proven wrong. And now we have another idiot, absolute dummy. And I'm going to say that because you're an idiot. Because if you listen to what Dominic said, then you wouldn't be saying this. And yeah, it just irritates me. Like they back Dominic Williams into a corner to trick him into saying something. And then now these people are saying idiot stuff, dummy. The arrogant, ignorant James from Invest Answers getting ready to FUD ICP based on the snake oil comment by Dominic. Let's take him to task. He's an embarrassment. Okay. He's lying about ICP at this point. ICP accused of crypto, snake oil. Those guys are scammers. Mine is legit. Bro, why are you mad that your crypto didn't 7x in 4 months? I mean, you're irritated that you picked the wrong crypto, that you listened to the FUD about ICP, and you weren't able to make profit before it went to $20. Well, good news. You can get in now at 13 because you don't get the 1050 dip. You don't get the 1150 dip. You get 13. I come at the crypto I love. I don't even know the guy, but garbage, FUD. You can get it, bro. Like, for real, you can get it. Anyway, now that we moved past the dummy of the day, we're gonna go back into ICPCC. I just wanted to get a little bit of riled up. Let's get riled up for ICPCC, baby. Crypto Wendy O gonna be there. She's new to the list too, guys. I looked at this list the other day. I was number 3 still, but I think William was number 1. Oh, I don't know. Somehow I'm still number 3. That doesn't mean anything. All these guys are great. But Crypto Wendy O, the newest addition to the roster. And let me just talk to you for a second, guys. If you don't know me, if you don't know the channel, I'm not just about TA, guys. I've done a lot for ICP, and now I can talk about it. Now I can finally talk about it. So, as you guys know, I went on Crypto Wendy O's show, and this is all you're gonna kind of hear about this at the ICPCC, and this crazy, we're gonna go over this tweet here in a minute, this crazy debacle that happened with FUD for the internet computer. But before all this information came to light, it wouldn't have happened had Crypto Wendy O not been gracious enough. I tried to get on George's channel, which is, he partnered with this Invest Answers guy, George, Cryptos R Us. I tried to get on his channel, tried to get on the Moons, tried to get on MM Crypto. He tried to charge me like $3,000 to come on my show. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good on that. And then I tried to contact Crypto Wendy, but I was going about it the wrong way, like in her chat. Like I was dumb at that point, like I didn't know etiquette because I was a newbie. But anyway, then I saw she had an email. Like, if you want to join the show, like I looked in her description, I was like, email. I'm like, probably not, but let's go for it. I'm going to try to get on Crypto Wendy's. I want to establish a name. This is before ICP. Oh, no, this after ICP, after I found ICP. Yeah, it was after I found ICP. And I'm like, man, I want to, like Definity gave me a grant at that point. I'm like, man, I want to, get the word out about ICP wherever I can, however I can, in a good, positive way without like shilling like ridiculously stupid on someone's channel. So I went on Crypto Wendy O's channel. I had a theory about Bitcoin, didn't end up playing out, kind of maybe in the longer term it played out. But so anyway, I'm on the channel. I don't know anybody there. I'm there with Crypto Wendy O, Sam, some other guy. Sorry if I forget who that was, but then Kyle as well. And so I find an opening. We're talking about Bitcoin, and then somehow I find an opening, and I'm like, I don't want to just shill ICP because that would sound like, oh, he's just trying to do it for the grant. And I was like, I don't want to make Wendy mad because she was gracious to have me on the channel, so I did it in a very subtle way, and you can watch that video if you want. I'm like, I don't even remember what I said, but I'm like, yeah, you need to look out for ICP, and I think Algorand or some other one, because I didn't want to just like shill ICP and be like, oh, he's got a Definity grant, he's just trying to shill ICP. So I was like, but I want to get it in there. She gave me a platform. I'm an underdog. She supports that, but I want to do it in the right way. So I did. And like, I don't even think she noticed it. It was in such a very elegant way. Let's just put it that way. I did it in an elegant way. So that was the first time I shilled ICP on Crypto Wendy O. Now, I'm just saying, Crypto Wendy O is now an ICP. She didn't even think about ICP. I'll bet you, because of the chart. 6figs. So this is how all of this ended up happening. 6figs reaches out to me after being on the channel with her. And so we talk, and I'm like, bro, ICP, man. You guys don't understand what I did for ICP. Like, I'm not trying to pat my own back. I just want you guys to understand how dedicated I am from the very beginning up until now. And I don't get grants or nothing anymore. I support ICP. I built a project on here. I have a community here. But so I meet Six Figs. I'm like, bro, you have to check out ICP, bro. Like, nobody is looking at this. I search content. Nobody's making content about this. But this tech is absolutely insane what this can do. And this company that's behind it, I already, talked to a lot of them, and they're geniuses, and saw what they were doing. And I was in with like Andrew at that time a little bit, Visions, because of Icy Emojis. I was promoting that project at the time, which, didn't end up going anywhere. But Andrew got promoted to Definity after that. Like, I knew Andrew before he was in Definity, just from around this stuff. But anyway, so I tell Six Figs, he does this research. Then he finds out that ICP was manipulated. So let's just say we would have never known that ICP was manipulated by FTX had it not been for me going on Crypto Wendy O's channel, shilling ICP, telling Six Figs to look at ICP. Then he gets BitBoy Crypto involved. So because of me, and I couldn't tell this story at first. Like, Six Figs told me, keep this to yourself, man. You can't tell anybody, what happened. And so you have to watch this. The whole point of this, you have to watch ICPCC 2024 to see cracking FTX. It tells the story from conception of how I figured out that FTX was printing synthetic tokens to wash out competing projects like ICP and RON. Okay? And look at this. Contributions from these big names helped me make this possible. Crypto Wendy O, Ben Armstrong, Bitcoin Renegade. Thank you, Six Figs, for my due diligence. Jordan Mack, absolute pleasure to meet this man. William, I still hope I come to Austin, man. I want to meet William. He's one of my favorite people in ICP. Cassius QV, okay, Cassius QV, and MJ Crypto Dad. But none of this would have been possible had it not been for Bitcoin Renegade. We wouldn't have known about FTX. We wouldn't have known that they did that. Who knows where ICP would be without Bitcoin Renegade? And I'm sorry to say that. That sounds like I have a big head, but I'm just telling you, without me, this is not possible. Without Six Figs, this is not possible. And I only played a small role. I shilled ICP to people that I thought would benefit from it, that could help, understand it, help other people understand it. He's a content creator. So I was like, man, you gotta at least look at this, bro. This is what you do. You have to see this. And if you look at Six Figs, he's been making ICP content ever since. And now we got Crypto Wendy O. We got BitBoy Crypto. The Ben Armstrong. This is huge, guys. We got Jordan Mack from Nervos. I mean, I can only take a very, very small part of credit for this, but I want my part to be known. That's all. And it's a very small part. All I did was shill ICP. So I'm patting myself on the back, but I'm being humble at the same time, because none of this would be possible without Six Figs. Honestly, like me telling him about it, he could have just let it go in one ear and out the other and been like, yeah, ICP, whatever. But he did what he did. And he brought some big names with him. And I can't say, I directly brought either of these people on. I did shill it on her channel, but, more likely Six Figs or the Definity, whatever brought Crypto Wendy O to the space. We'll see. So that's cool. What Definity brought her, I don't know. She's on ICP hubs. So Definity could have brought her over. Six Figs, me, who knows? But it started with me for sure. It all started with Bitcoin. Actually, it started with Definity, because Definity brought me on. So really, I can't even take credit for that, because Definity took a chance on me, and I just did what I do. I did what they trusted me to do what I did, and I did what I did. Now, if anybody, for a second, let's just go back here. If anybody wanted to question those grants that I got way back in the day, oh, Bitcoin Renegade ain't worth that. Oh, why did Definity give them? Now you know. Now you know. Just wanted to say that. I had to get that out there, because that's something that went way back in the day. People think that whatever my value I didn't bring, there's a reason Definity brought me back for 4 grants. Let's just say that. So, done patting my own back, but I wanted to get that FUD out of the air. Now you know. Now you know why Definity is keeping me around. So 151 million in volume, 151 in volume. That's pretty good. You know, kind of low-ish. Yeah. So, 90 mil. Whoa, under 100 million. That's very rare for nowadays. But as you see, it doesn't last long. So when that volume, if you see what kind of happens, when this volume starts to tank around 90 million, that is a precursor. So we can kind of understand a little bit about ICP now. So when this volume hits under 100 million, we're going to be seeing a dump incoming. And that volume is going to start to raise. So why is this? Well, it looks like the whales are like, okay, retail isn't buying enough now, so let's pump this up real quick and then dump it down. And as you see, the volume starts growing because the whales are starting to sell. Then it evens out again, it starts going down, and as you see, as it goes down further. So anytime we get right around 90 million, we can expect a dump for the most part. I'm watching under 100 million, and then we see a dump. And that's not always the case, you know, but they're bigger dumps, right? So under 90 million, we see these bigger dumps. Then, you know, as the volume gradually goes down, we're going to gradually go down. Okay, so it's harder to tell, but boom, 90 mil again. So we get ready to go down. Then that volume starts to pick up. So this is an accumulation area, right around this 10, 11, this area. So if you can get in anywhere around 1137, even up to this area at 1250, 1230, these are big buy opportunities. As you see, 205 million in volume, that means people are buying as it goes down, not just whales. See, they wait for it to hit a bottom, 115 mil. We find a bottom here, then that volume starts to go up. Okay, it looks like there's a lot of whales scooping it up after they dump it from up here, scooping it down here, pump it back up a little bit, gradually let it rise, accumulation, and then the whales start buying once we get down here. So that's how I see it. 151 in volume ain't bad. Once we get to that 90 mil, expect a further downtrend. But we're going up with 150 mil in volume, which is pretty good, because normally it takes around 200 mil for us really to start pumping. So we are going to go up, but we're not going to be going until we see over 200 million. You know, 100, 180, or if, you know, like we move against Bitcoin or we move with Bitcoin, either one of those. So yeah, Bitcoin moved up a lot, and ICP's moved up a little bit with it. Yeah, like the Bitcoin hammer is normally we move down further with ICP, then Bitcoin moves down, and then we move up less with it. Then Bitcoin moves up. And that's why I was really trying to point out from here to here, that big dump, and then the one with Bitcoin here, we're less than Bitcoin. This was like 40% more than Bitcoin dump, and this was 2% less than the Bitcoin dump. So it means losing its dominance effect on us. So if Bitcoin does dip all the way back down to somewhere around this $52,000 area, was what I'm watching for sure. This is such a, I mean, we even got our EMA, is it the, let's see, is it the 100? I think it's 100. Nope, 200. It is the 200, I think. Yeah, 52,000. So this is like an area that I mean it's 30% too, I believe, from the top. Let's just measure that. I really believe it's about 30%. Yeah, 30%. That's the perfect. That is the perfect retracement. Okay, and we've only gone. I mean, everything points to 52,000. The EMA 200. This big support level, 30%. You know, is I don't know, man. The Bitcoin halving kind of being over. You know, we've gone down 23%. This could be our bottom, Most likely scenario, we do see a further pullback after, some move back up here, some sideways action. We're in a downtrend now. We were in an uptrend. We've been in a constant downtrend since right here, as you see. So I think Bitcoin, there's a good possibility, of Bitcoin really, really coming down. And breaking this. I mean, it is a falling wedge. So we could see, another move to 64. And if that could break out, we could see a move to the upside. But this is in a downtrend, though. And I don't know. I don't know. We keep seeing this happen, and then it goes down further. So I don't know. But the good news is with ICP, that doesn't matter, because if it does, it has less effect on us now. From this point, 65,000 all the way down to 56,000, $9,000 didn't drop ICP too far. So that's the whole point of that. ICP is absolutely breaking out. I have all these crazy lines on here. And as you see, we broke this symmetrical triangle to the downside, made it back to this ascending triangle pattern right here, broke to the upside, which is crazy because it wasn't able to break this area right here. But Bitcoin going up, it actually helps us break resistance. So that's a cool thing about Bitcoin, is it helps us break this resistance. Let's just get some new lines on here. Let's look. We did break this falling wedge too. So this 4-hour chart is looking quite sexy. Okay, we broke that one. There's one. And then we broke this ascending triangle right here. So there's a breakout of a falling wedge. But the bad part, see, yeah, we have a falling wedge breakout. It could have been a bull flag, but it went down too far. I was expecting like a bull flag to come out of this, but it is a falling wedge, and we do have a nice breakout. So we could see the top of this wedge again at 16. More likely scenario, and we already hit it, is this wedge right here from this top, like this breakout, and we already hit the top of that wedge. So I mean, there's some serious resistance right here that we haven't been able to break. This was established as support. This was a breakout area, and now we're hitting resistance right here. So this could be a pretty tough area. As you see, we've hit it here, we hit it over here, we hit it here. So I am looking, for ICP to probably retrace again. The market is being super weird right now. You see this big cup and handle right here that just broke to the downside. We just keep going down, going back up, going down, going back up, going down, going back up. So I expect that for a little bit longer until Bitcoin can kind of do what it does. Historically, we are in May, the halving, and things get a little bit dicey, but we're gonna be in the summer soon. So June, July, I could see a big breakout, and ICP is going to be moving back up into this area right here. This is an area I'm really watching, 1593. We have some big support and psychological support at $13 right here. So this is a big area. As you see, anything under this is just accumulation right now. And before, anything above this was just sell if we actually take this out to the daily. This was a big, if you watch the channel, I was talking about this at this, $13 area that was hard for us to break out. Even over here, as you see, we go up and then right back down under this $13 area. This was a big area over here. And then even right here, this $13 area was pretty big to get above. because it was a psychological level. And every time it got above, it got pushed below, every single time we got pushed below. And then now this area, we're above it because we were below this area. Look, you can see how we're below that line, kind of testing up into this box, broke out of it a little bit, back under it, above it again, back under it, and then we break out of it, right? With this big test here, break out of it, then end up using this whole area as support underneath here, and then breaking out and confirming it. This was the buy area, support, that broke. Then we confirm that area as support, right? Support that broke, up, confirmed. So this is a pretty, I'm really liking this level as support. It could dip down and have these wicks down here, but as you see here, this level with all these wicks right here means that every time it got pushed down to this level, the whales are scooping it up now. And this one, they were trying to keep it under there, but didn't work. There was too much momentum. It's like a slingshot from the downside. We have one slingshot heading this way. We got 5 slingshots, 6 slingshots heading this way. 6 is going to beat 1 every time. So, and it doesn't always work out, but as you see, when you see all these wicks, accumulation of wicks, that means that this area is a big resistance level, and we're most likely going to break to the downside again, break to the downside. So break to the downside. Now we're seeing it on the bottom. So let's get rid of these and look at the wicks. You got to look at everything. Look at these wicks. 1 to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wicks on the downside pointing to the upside. That means there's sell and then buying pressure, right? The more you sell, the more buying pressure. So there's pressure on this, pushing it up. Pressure, push it up. Pressure, push it down. Pressure, push it up. So now we got to get above this EMA 25 at 1402. And if we get above that EMA, we're looking pretty good. This $13 area has held support. And now there is going to be a lot of resistance trying to get back up to this level. As you see that it pushed it down, that means that this area is going to be hard. And as you see, push down, push down, push down, push down. So you got to go back and look too. So it's really bullish right here, but it's going to take some volume. It's going to take more than 150 in volume to break us out and keep going, unless Bitcoin really pumps and we go with Bitcoin. So let's look at the Bollinger now. Let's get the Bollinger out, see where that lies. And then I'm going to give you some levels to watch. We'll do the levels to watch. Whoa. I grabbed the wrong one. Not bad. Not bad. Whoops. Bollinger. Okay. Grab the wrong one. All right. So we're above the simple moving average for the Bollinger at 1350. And it does look like it's squeezing in a little bit to the downside, but this is opening. So it might start to open. If we can push this up, we can open this Bollinger and really start moving. As you see, it tightens up right here, and then we go down. Tighten up, down. So we want this to open up, and then we can go up. So that's looking pretty bullish on that. Let's go to the 4-hour. Okay, yep. So it tightened in right here, but we went up. Now it's starting to open up, though. Real big tight down. So it can tighten at the bottom. So what I'm thinking is at a trend reversal, it tightens, is what it looks like to me. So at the end of this downtrend, it tightens and we go back up. It tightened after this, it tightens back down. Tightens back up. Tightens back up. I mean, there was a brief downtrend in there. I guess it did tighten again right here. So yeah, just pretty cool to watch all those things. Now let's look at some levels. 1250 is going to be where I'm buying right now. There is not a whole lot of buying opportunities under 1250. There's not a lot of them. Okay, this is a 4-hour chart, a couple days. You could have got under there, and then it briefly dipped under this. So this is a big area. I'm going to be buying heavy at 1250. Okay, then we look down to about 1216. And then these areas, they could be hit again, 1185 and then 1152. And then we'll also give you so these areas could correlate. This trend line and this support level go together. It's going to be a pretty big area of support. So that's what I look for, things to go together with the Bollinger Band, with these downtrend, these support lines, these trend lines, all these different things, these candle wicks, the Bollinger, the median price, all of these things go together, and it says ICP is bullish right now. And if we do go back, we can expect about 1250. If we go back right now, somewhere around 1271, with a brief stop at about 1312, 1239 down here at the bottom. So we're breaking to the top of the Bollinger right now. Things are looking incredibly bullish for ICP. So let's go to the 1 hour. We're in an uptrend on the 1 hour finally, but overall downtrend still. Let me see here. Okay, we do have a breakout. Again, another one, even on the 1 hour chart. A nice falling wedge breakout, and then we also have an ascending triangle breakout right here. So yeah, ICP is looking extremely bullish. This Bollinger Band on the hour is really starting to open up. We're above that simple moving average. So yeah, that's to the downside. Let's go out and we'll give you some upside price targets. So this is going to be a pretty big area of resistance, but yeah, right around this $14 where we hit resistance already, all the way up to 1450. Okay, there is going to be a brief stint at about 1420. If we can break above 1420, more likely we're going to about 1450. And then look at all of this resistance right here. All of these wicks going down. So this is going to be a really big area. 1477 all the way up to 1530 is going to be some serious resistance. Once we get above 1555, then it's breakout time. So these are the price targets to watch. Let me zoom them in a little bit for you. 1563, 1530. 1477, 1444, 1418, 1396, 1354, 1250, 1216, 1185, and 1152, with a brief stop at 13 down to 1283. Okay, so pretty interesting. We can also do one more trend line going up this way. Again, it's going to be somewhere around this 1275 area where it kind of intersects right here. So those are areas that I'm watching. I'm using trend lines more. I'm using a big guidance. But let's just take a look at this RSI and we'll call it a day. We'll take some questions, talk a bit. I just want to look at the RSI because it looks like it's cooled off so much. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. 4 hour. It's looking pretty good at about 59. 51 is the average, just broke above that average. Pretty cool looking. Now, if we look at this daily, we're only at 48. This daily, and it just broke the moving average for that. Now, it's crazy if you look at these lines, how well they correlate way back. And I didn't even use these lines way back. I used them over here, right? And they correlate exactly with these lines over here. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, let's look at the weekly. This is the one that I was worried about. This is the one that needed to cool off up here because it was up here. The moving average was at 72. I was a little worried about that. With a brief stint back up to 74 here, it was still at 70. Now we're sitting at 65, and the weekly is all the way down to 52. The last time we were at 52, what price were we at? Last time we were at 52, we were at $4. $4. Now we're at $13 and at 52. Okay, so it was at 50. So whatever. There is no 52. So 50. Between 50 and 57. So between 4 and 470. 57. So you just got to realize ICP is the real deal. This is the real deal. And it reset just like I wanted it to. I called this. I said, this is what ICP needs to do in order for us to really move to 30 and up to the upside. So we have a huge move incoming. Like the most insane move in crypto is getting ready to happen. $4 to 20. 13, what does that say? 50, 5x, 13, yeah, looking somewhere around $60. I don't know, 60 some dollars. It's possible. If we do move to the upside, where do we go? That's the last question we answered today. That's the last question that the Bitcoin Renegade channel answers today. Okay. Pretty simple. 20 bucks, 19 bucks. Okay. As you see, this was the resistance for these candle bodies. We wicked above it twice. We go down. Okay. But yeah, so we're looking at 20, looking at 22.50. Almost the top here, right? Okay, which is the bottom over here, resistance here, brief breakout. Then this $32 level, 32 down to 30. And those are areas that I'm really going to be watching. And once we break out of those, our next big areas are going to be right up here around this $60, what I was talking about. Right here, 53 bucks. And I didn't even know that when I just said that. I'm just going by, how much we could really move with the RSI cooled off like this. So I'm thinking right around $53 to $55, all the way up to this, $63 level. So, and then this is all going to be just this blow off, this crazy area of sell side liquidity. That's what that is. Or buy side liquidity, whatever you want to call it. They sold it right here. Sold that. So yes. Hey, Vanish, what's up, man? How is everybody doing? Let's get in these comments now. Hey, support us from Slovenia. Why is it so hard for me to talk today? Slovenia. Pretty easy to say, but for some reason it was hard for me. Slovenia. Almost 4K subs, man. Heck yeah. I can't wait. If you guys could help me get to 4K, that would be awesome. Definitely show your support. I've done a lot for ICP. I've done a lot for the community. My community's probably done more for me, though. Honestly, my community's awesome. That's why I built this. So it's like an even exchange of information, of loyalty, of everything. Martian's back. ICP did great. A very solid investment. Looks good too. Okay, looks good. Shame on James. And I didn't have a problem with the guy before that. Like I'm cool on that. 10,000 by 2035, 2040. If it becomes deflationary, anything's possible. So when is Renegade token listed on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko? Well, that's going to happen as soon as possible. As soon as we can do it. 54K Bitcoin accumulated by whales in 24 hours. $50 soon. How'd you know? I really think ICP is going to $50 very soon. Like I'm thinking in the next, by probably September, I'm thinking $50. I really am. We're going to have some real resistance at that $30 area. But if we move up with the same kind of fervence that we did with the move from 4, where you saw the RSI was at 50 and, 470 when it was at 57, we're at 52 right now. We're at 1380, $14. So that to me tells me that ICP has another big blast off in it, and a big one is coming. I don't know if the big one is coming in 3 months by September, or however long September is from now, but 4 months, 3.5, 4 months. Well, no, 4. We just started May. 2025 is the most hard resistance on ICP before 40 and 50. Okay. Vanish. Hope your leg's better, man. Know you snapped that thing in pieces a while back. Nice TA, thank you. Yeah, my TA is getting so good. So good. I love my TA. Well, I learn from other people. I just study and I experience. That's the biggest thing. A lot of the stuff that I teach you can't be learned by other people. Some of like the trend lines, but my support resistance levels, a lot of things that I do is just me. The way that I read into each indicator and connect them with each other, that's all me, baby. So I think that's all we're going to have for today. 55 minutes is plenty. If you guys want to learn how to, do these things for yourself, you can book a private meeting with me on YouTube. It's the highest tier. You just become a member, and then you can book a one-on-one meeting. I'll show you how to do all of this for yourself. You can, learn how to use the charts. You can learn how to find these price targets for yourself. Follow along with me. Make sure they work. Test them out. Not financial advice, but this is how we do it. We teach each other. We learn. You use what works for you. You make it your own, and then boom, you're either successful or you move on to a new strategy. That's what I do. All right, guys. That being said, goodbye, and go to ICPCC 2024. Bang!